Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jill. Welcome back to my channel for another chit chat hangout video with yours truly. So I am all cuddled up in my favorite blanket here. It is so soft, so you guys should grab your blanket and we're gonna sit down and talk about one of my favorite subjects to talk about, which is confidence and self-love. We've covered this a lot on my channel, but as a woman in this world, it's something that I continuously learn more about and grow into and struggle with. And so I sort of wanted to share some of my story with you guys, and hopefully you guys will share some of your story down below as well. And really quickly, I just want to thank Neutrogena for sponsoring this video and inspiring me to have this discussion with you guys about confidence. Before we just hop right into it, I want to remind you to make sure that you vote for what video you want to see next by clicking the little I up in the corner, and also make sure that you click subscribe on my channel. That way you can join our fam, and you might as well go ahead and follow me on my social media as well, because I do lots of fun stuff on there and you get to know me a little bit better. And now let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to touch on is sort of like outside confidence, and then I want to talk about inner confidence and sort of how I became confident on the inside. So one of my biggest insecurities to this day and growing up, like really just probably my biggest insecurity of all time, is my skin, because I really struggle with acne. It runs in my family, just like it's always been an issue for me. People would tell me that I would grow out of it, and it's just been honestly really hard. And there's nothing worse than when you wake up in the morning, you have like a giant zit and a really noticeable place on your face. Like, you know, when you get them like right here in between your eyebrows, or like I get them really bad on my chin, and that's like a pretty noticeable area. And there's just literally nothing worse than waking up and seeing that and knowing that people are going to be staring at that when they're talking to you, or at least being paranoid that people will be staring at it. And acne continues to be a struggle for me and something that I'm working towards, you know, getting rid of. But my skin has literally never been clearer than it has been maybe in the past month. And I really think I have one product to thank, and that's this amazing Neutrogena product. I actually discovered this like, I want to say like a year ago, and then I lost track of it, and recently I've come back to it and it's seriously amazing. So this is the Neutrogena Rapid Clear Stubborn Acne Daily Leave-On Mask. And this stuff is really cool because it's literally a face mask for acne, but you just leave it on all day, as the name would suggest, daily leave-on mask. So I use this product in a lot of different ways, but most commonly what I do is I put it on in the morning before my makeup, and then it does its magic underneath my makeup during the day. And then at night, because your body does a lot of healing while you sleep, and so putting this on right before you go to bed is awesome. But also if I'm not wearing makeup that day, which honestly is a lot of days, then I just reapply this throughout the day. And what's really cool about this is you can see results in literally 4 hours. And that is 100% true. Like if I have a zit on my face and I put it on, like 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, like the longer I wear it, the better my skin gets. It's so cool, and the more that you wear it, the more effective it is, obviously. So this product and a lot of other Neutrogena Rapid Clear products have really been a huge help in helping me overcome like my biggest insecurity. And the only other thing that I want to touch on when it comes to outer confidence, because I think inner confidence is way more important, is just like, honestly, sometimes getting really glam and like putting on makeup and my favorite outfit really like helps give me confidence. If you're wearing something that you feel super amazing in, you feel like your skin looks amazing and like you have this awesome eye makeup on and you're wearing your like cutest outfit, some new shirt that you have, it just can really like help to lift your mood when you're like feeling yourself a little bit. I don't know, that always makes me feel better. So if you're ever having like a down day where you're a little down on the way that you look or just yourself in general, try like glamming yourself up. I'm serious, it can really make a difference. Look, Molly joined us. Hi, baby. All right, now let's get down to the nitty gritty, and that is inner confidence. And that is the most important thing that you can grow throughout your life. So I'm 23 years old, so I'm still pretty young, but I've certainly done a lot of growing, especially over the past 4 years since I moved to LA. A lot of growing, a lot of changing, and in my opinion, all for the better. When I sort of look back at Jill from 4 years ago, she was in a lot like of a darker place, a sadder place, less healthy, less motivated, less confident, and I have blossomed in the past 4 years. And I sort of want to share some of the things that I did that I think have really helped me become more confident in myself. So confidence definitely comes from within, and it also definitely comes from knowing who you are. And especially over the last year, I think I've really come into who I am as a person. I know what I'm looking for in life, and just really who I am. I'm pretty confident in who I am as a person at this point. And there's really no trick specific to finding yourself, getting to know yourself. It's really just like getting older, experiencing different things, both good and bad, and who you are in those really bad moments, I think helps to shape who you are in just your everyday life, and also who you are in your really, like, your best moments. I think something that helped me is when I was in those sort of like worst moments of my life, just taking a step back and not judging myself, but just looking at myself and evaluating the way that I was reacting. And if I liked it, then sort of taking note of that. But also if I didn't like it, taking note of that as well, so that hopefully I can change my behavior. So if there's something about yourself that isn't like your favorite trait, like you find yourself being judgmental of others or judgmental of yourself, in that moment, take a step back, like realize what you're doing, and then make a note to try not to do that again. And speaking of judging people, that has been a huge thing that I've been working towards, and something that I'm seriously still working on, because I find myself gossiping or talking smack about someone sometimes, and that's something that I really am not crazy about myself doing. And so when I do that, I try to make like a note of it and be like, step back, like what if you were doing that, you know? Or like, people are so quick to judge the way that other people dress or look or things like that. But if they feel confident and awesome in that, then go for it. It's so easy as girls to look at another girl and be like, oh, that girl is dressed so slutty, or something terrible like that, because it's not something that you would wear. But if she feels really confident in that, then how is it affecting your life? And I think that was another thing, is taking a step back and being like, if someone is wearing an outfit that I don't like, is that affecting my life in any way? No, because I'm not wearing the outfit. So, you know, what's the point in even making a comment about it? I think when you stop worrying about the decisions that other people are making when they're not affecting your life, it just like lifts a weight off of your shoulders. You become lighter and more able just to accept people as they are. Another thing that I've really worked towards these past couple years is not trying to be badder than I am. I think I went through like a little bit of a phase in like my late teens where I tried to pretend like nothing bothered me. I don't care about what that person has to say, you know, screw that person. I was just like, you know, trying to be bad. But of course, looking back, it was just a defense mechanism, because me as a person, I'm pretty sensitive and I do care if people like me, and I find myself to be a pretty likable and easy person to get along with. And so when people don't like me, it actually sort of does bother me, as much as maybe it shouldn't. But I stopped putting on that front and pretending like it didn't bother me. And honestly, when I stopped with that behavior, I just felt so much happier, because even if something bad happened or sad and I was upset about it, like if someone didn't like me, I would like have a good cry about it, and then I would like be over it, rather than putting this front on of someone who I just really wasn't. And I think that leads into sort of the last thing I wanted to talk about, which is just accepting your insecurities. Everyone has insecurities for their entire life. There are some that you are going to have forever. There are some that will be there and then go away, and then you're going to develop new insecurities. You know, like as you get older, you might get wrinkles, and then you're going to be insecure about those. Or, you know, you might start to get more weight in your chin area, or just gaining weight in general, things that happen as you get older. And those insecurities are going to continue to come, and it's something that as humans we have to live with. So something that has really made me more confident is accepting my insecurities and moving on from them. I try not to let insecurities consume me anymore. And of course, I have bad days where I don't want to leave my room because I feel insecure about my skin or my body or just something about myself. I'm embarrassed about something, but you can't let those things really get to you. In the end, you can take that day, have that day where you're sulking, and then put it away, you know, just say, you know what, I've accepted that insecurity now. I took my little bit of grieving time, and now that is just a part of who I am. It's all about self-love and self-acceptance. And I think those are the main points that I wanted to hit today about confidence and self-love, and the things that I did to become more confident, and also things that I'm still working on to continue to build my confidence. It is a never-ending journey, you guys. Like, even the most confident person in the world still has places to grow. And so never be too hard on yourself, never be too judgmental on yourself, and just always try to take a step back, take a deep breath, accept yourself for who you are, and then make the changes that you need to make. I hope you guys found this video informative, helpful, inspiring, you name it. I hope that it was helpful to you, and I hope that you leave a comment down below about maybe your confidence journey, how you've come to accept your insecurities, tips for other people. Just let me know. Women in society get a lot of stereotypes pushed onto them from media and television, all sorts of things, but I think if we all work together to accept each other more freely, then we can just become a really happier world. I love you all so much. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!